Hello again, my name is Brian Webster. Today I'm going to talk to you about Middle Eastern instruments. The topics we're going to go over are the doumbek, the kanun, the mizmar, the nai, the oud, the rik, and the sunjat. So stay tuned as I describe each one of these instruments in detail. So here we have the doumbek, or the chalice drum. This instrument has ancient origin. No one really knows when it originated, but it can be made out of either clay, metal, or wood, or modern day can be used for fiberglass. It can be highly decorated, like the one in the picture, and this instrument requires a much lighter touch than the African drum. So here we have the kanun, which is a trapezoidal zither, which is played on the lap. It has 25 to 27 strings, and it's plucked with a plectrum like we saw with the Japanese instruments. And it has a distinctly metal-on-metal sound, and it has over a 3-octave range. These instruments are called mizmars, which refer to any single or double-reeded wind instruments in Arabic terminology. These instruments are double-reeded, and they sound most like an oboe of the Western music. So this long instrument is called the nai. This instrument has been played for 4,500 to 5,000 years, making it one of the oldest instruments still in use. This instrument is the forerunner to the modern-day flute. You can kind of see how it looks like a very large flute. And like the flute, it's hollow with 5 or 6 finger holes. Obviously, the flute has more. A highly skilled nai player can reach 3 octaves, but more common is 1 or 2. So next up we have the oud, which looks very similar to the lute, but it's kind of different. This instrument is pear-shaped and commonly used in Middle Eastern music. It's, like I said, it's similar to the European lute, which both have a common ancestor, but they both have a different evolutionary track, which gives them a different look. Some differences from the modern-day guitar is it has no frets on it. It has about 10 strings grouped into 2. The peg box, as you can see, is at a 90-degree angle, and it has a rounded back rather than flat like a guitar. Next up we have the rik, which looks most like the modern-day tambourine. It is a type of tambourine, and it's actually made from fish skin rather than animal parts. And it's a bit smaller to tambourines that we're used to. It's used to accompany singers in the Middle East, and its small size and its use of fish skin give it a higher tone and timbre. And the last instrument I have to talk to you today about is the zil, or sunjat, which are commonly known as the finger cymbals. They're called zil in different countries in Arabic, but they're referred to as finger cymbals in the U.S. They're most commonly used for belly dancing and similar performances, and they are commonly made out of brass rather than bronze for the regular size cymbals. And they're usually used in 4, with 2 for each hand. So these are 7 of the commonly used instruments for the Middle Eastern culture. You can see how 7 of these instruments don't represent the entire culture necessarily, but they're the most commonly used ones when you first think of Middle Eastern music, like the finger cymbals. These instruments, you can see, are they're derived from other instruments like the flute and the nai. A lot of these instruments later became more commonly known as Western instruments, like the mizmar and the oboe and the flute and the nai. And so this just goes to show how much of an influence the Middle East has had on modern day music. So that's my presentation about instruments.